Imagine waking up one morning to the headline, $765 million. And no, that's not the Powerball. That's Juan Soto's new contract with the New York Mets. The biggest guaranteed paycheck in sports history, all for a 26-year-old who swings a bat with a smile and the kind of plate discipline most of us can't manage in a buffet line. Hey, I'm Mark, and this is Kickin Riches, where we dig into the money side of superstars. If you ever thought earning a fortune was just about swinging for the fences, Juan Soto is proof it takes patience, guts, and some wild business moves too. So, how does a teenager from the Dominican Republic end up owning baseball's richest contract? And what does he even do with all that cash? Let's rewind the highlight reel because this story is way bigger than just dollar signs. Ready? Let's play ball. Stick around because by the end, you might just rethink everything you thought you knew about athletes and money. Honestly, if you told me a decade ago that a teenager selling baseball diamonds, infield turf, not the jewelry, would become the highest paid player ever, I'd have raised both eyebrows and my coffee. Juan Soto's story starts in the Dominican Republic, where baseball isn't just a sport, it's a family tradition. His dad, Jose, was hustling baseball fields, showing Juan the game, the grind, and the value of every opportunity. By 16, Soto did what most of us dream of. He signed with the Washington Nationals for a signing bonus of about $25 million. Yep, at an age when I was still wondering if I set the microwave correctly, this kid was already a millionaire. He raced through the minors, proving that he was more than hype. At just 19, he made his big league debut, and get this. In his rookie season, he had 112 walks and a 565 OBP. For a teenager, insane. He finished just shy of NL Rookie of the Year, but he didn't stop there. At 20, he basically carried the Nationals to a World Series win, smashing 110 RBIs and hitting Kevin White in the Fall Classic. You ever feel like you're too young to do something big? Juan Soto would laugh and then draw a walk off you. That drive and coolness, it built the base for all the money he'd earn later. But the story isn't just about stats. It's about value. Next up, let's talk about why baseball's brass started seeing dollar signs every time Soto stepped up to bat. Let's be real. If I could get paid for patience, I'd want to be Juan Soto. The guy became famous not just for swings, but for waiting out every pitch and making pitchers sweat. That's talent, pure baseball IQ. By the time he was 20, he was piling up records. Youngest to reach 100-plus RBIs in a season, youngest 100-hit campaign since Vladdy Guerrero, and my personal favorite, walk-off homers on the big stage like it was Tuesday practice. His stats? Mind-blowing. He led the league in on-base percentage in 2020, consistently hit above .300, and racked up walks like they were frequent flyer miles. He collected Rookie of the Month awards, missed Rookie of the Year by a hair, and notched multiple All-Star nods. There's always hype, but Juan delivered. Peers and coaches noticed, too. Everyone knew, if you wanted Soto on your team, you had to open up the checkbook. Imagine facing him in arbitration. So you want to pay me less? Sir, I just finished third in MVP voting. It's no wonder teams jostled for him like he was the golden ticket. Question for you, if you could dominate your field at age 20, would you hold out for the biggest contract too? Drop your take in the comments. I want to know if you'd be patient or chase the early bag. Now, speaking of bags, let's see how those contracts started stacking up. Alright, now here's where things get spicy. Picture this. Your team offers you $350 million. You say, no thanks. They come back with an even louder $440 million. Yeah, more than almost anyone in sports. And you still say, nah, I'll wait. Juan Soto did just that. He bet on himself when most would have signed quicker than a fastball. Early on, his rookie salary was around $550K. A decent check, sure, but a far cry from megastar money. When arbitration came, his pay started jumping, $7.2 million for 2022, then an epic leap to $23 million with the Padres for 2023. Here's the wild part. With every year, every walk, Soto upped his value. Teams tried to lock him down, but he kept saying, "I'll take my chances." It worked. After being traded to the Padres, then the Yankees, Soto finally hit free agency, something players spend careers chasing. By early 2025, his career earnings had already topped $200 million, with most of that coming before his next contract even kicked in. This right here is how you play the long game. But the climax? That's coming up. The deal that blew everyone's minds. Are you ready for the biggest number in sports history? Let's talk Mets. Okay, deep breath. Because this part is wild. December 2024, the Mets go all in. 15 years, $765 million fully guaranteed. I mean, how do you even say that out loud? It's not just a sports record, it's the kind of contract that gets its own ESPN ticker and probably end-of-year memes. So why did Soto get this deal and not someone else? First, his agent Scott Boras is like the grand master of sports negotiations. But really, it was Juan's decision to wait. Instead of swallowing a giant early payday, he kept getting better and proved he was worth more. Competition between teams drove the price through the roof. The structure? It's front-loaded, so Soto makes almost $62 million for his first year alone. This isn't just life-changing for him. It's game-changing for athletes everywhere. Fans and even some players were floored. Wait, all that guaranteed? So here's my question. What would you do with $765 million all locked in by 41? Travel the world? Start a business? Build a baseball field for your neighborhood? Let me know in the comments. I'm over here just trying to imagine paying off my car early. But where does Soto actually put all that money? Let's peek behind the curtain at how stars like him invest and why his future looks even brighter than that bank statement. After inking a contract bigger than some countries' GDPs, you might expect Soto to go wild. Mansions, supercars, gold statues, or giant diamond baseballs. But if you look closer, Juan seems way more grounded than that. He's not super flashy on social media, and while he might have some slick endorsement deals, those Under Armour batting gloves in 2022 for starters, it's not all about sponsorship bling. The main focus? Securing the bag for life and, get this, giving back. He auctioned off a jersey to help charity, and reports say he's tight with his advisors, sticking to smart, stable investments. You know, the stuff that grows quietly while everyone else is watching home run highlights. Hey, I really believe Soto gets this from his roots. His dad hustled infield turf, and that family-first mindset carries through. Secure your future, help others, and never forget where you started. For young players, or honestly anyone watching, his lesson is gold. Don't just chase fast cash. Build it, protect it, and be grateful every step. Soto's only 26. The financial adventure is just starting. Can you imagine how much that contract could be worth if invested smartly for 15 years? Now that's what I call playing the long game. Speaking of smart moves, if you're loving these stories, you know what to do next. So there you have it. Juan Soto, from a kid selling baseball field turf to the prince of paydays and the king of cool confidence. His journey is about way more than home runs. It's about knowing your worth, being patient, and making the right moves, on and off the field. Thanks for hanging out with me here on Kickin Riches. If you learned something new, smash that like button, and if these money stories fire you up, hit subscribe so you never miss a deep dive. And honestly, what's your favorite part of Soto's story? His steady rise, his record-breaking deal, or his level-headed attitude about wealth? Drop your thoughts below. I want to hear from you. Here's to swinging big and investing smart. I'm Mark. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode.